Clay soil has long been the nemesis of gardeners. Dense, heavy and prone to waterlogging, it often feels impossible to work with. For decades, the common advice has been to dig, till and amend with sand or compost, but these methods are labour-intensive and, honestly, often produce only temporary improvements. Then I discovered a method practiced by Amish gardeners for generations. A simple, natural approach that transforms clay soil without endless digging, backbreaking labour or synthetic chemicals. This isn't a quick fix, but it is a permanent, sustainable solution rooted in centuries of careful observation and practical wisdom. Once you understand how this technique works, your clay soil can become a productive, well-structured foundation for any garden. The first insight is that clay soil doesn't need to be moved. It needs life. Clay soils are rich in minerals, which is part of why they're so dense and heavy. The problem isn't the soil itself, it's the lack of structure and active biology. Amish gardeners recognize that digging often disrupts the delicate balance of microbes and fungi, temporarily loosening the soil, but ultimately leading to compaction again. The solution is to enrich the soil from the surface, introducing organic matter that encourages microbial activity, earthworm proliferation, and natural aggregation of clay particles. Over time, this living layer transforms the soil from the top down, creating a loose, fertile, and workable texture without shovels or tillers. To apply this, start by spreading a generous layer of compost straw or aged manure over the surface of your clay bed. Water it lightly to kickstart microbial activity, then leave it undisturbed. So, you'll want to repeat this layering process with each new season, just letting the microbes, fungi and earthworms do their thing. Over time, they'll naturally loosen up that dense clay and, well, improve the aeration in your soil. Now, the second principle is that mulching really does accelerate the natural transformation of your soil. You see, mulching isn't just about keeping weeds at bay. It's actually a critical tool for transforming clay soil in a natural way. The Amish method, quite simply, relies on using organic mulch, like straw, leaves, grass clippings, or even shredded cardboard, to create a moist, protected environment where soil life can truly flourish. As that mulch breaks down, it releases nutrients, helps the soil hold on to moisture, and, well, encourages earthworms to come up and mix all that lovely organic matter right into the clay. This layering approach also prevents erosion and compaction from heavy rain, maintaining the integrity of the soil while it rebuilds from within. Practically, you can apply this by covering clay beds with a 2 to 4 inch layer of mulch, ensuring it stays moist but not waterlogged. Over several months, the mulch will integrate with the soil surface, gradually creating a crumbly, friable top layer ready for planting. The key is patience. This method works gradually, but it works thoroughly. The third insight is that cover crops are the living engineers of your soil. Amish gardeners have long used cover crops not just to add nutrients, but to physically improve soil structure. Plants like clover, vetch and rye develop deep root systems that penetrate compact clay, creating channels for air, water and microbes. Their roots also secrete compounds that stimulate microbial activity, breaking down clay aggregates and making the soil more workable over time. When the cover crops are cut and left as green mulch, they add organic matter directly into the soil, completing a cycle of natural enrichment without digging. So, to replicate this, you'll want to plant a cover crop in your clay beds during those fallow periods. Let it grow for a while, then simply cut it down and leave it right there on the surface as mulch. Over successive seasons, you'll notice the roots and decomposing plant matter will, dramatically improve the soil structure, turning that dense clay into a fertile, spongy foundation. The fourth advantage is that minimal disturbance really does preserve soil life. One reason digging and tilling often backfire is, they destroy the very organisms responsible for healthy soil. Earthworms, fungi, and beneficial bacteria really thrive in undisturbed conditions. The Amish method, emphasizes observation and restraint, letting these organisms do the heavy lifting naturally. By avoiding mechanical disturbance, you actually protect the soil ecosystem, allowing microbial colonies to grow and earthworms to aerate and mix the soil organically. Practically speaking, it's best to limit digging to planting small holes or transplanting seedlings. Focus on adding organic matter and, observing how the soil responds. This hands-off approach preserves soil integrity and encourages long-term fertility, a principle that has sustained Amish farms for generations. The broader lesson is that clay soil can be fixed naturally without heavy labour. The wisdom of Amish gardeners is that soil transformation is a process, not an event. By focusing on building life in the soil, protecting it with mulch and leveraging cover crops, you can improve clay soil steadily and sustainably. This method requires patience, observation, and a willingness to work with nature rather than against it. Over time, even the densest clay beds become loose, nutrient-rich, and easy to cultivate, eliminating the need for repeated digging or chemical amendments. In conclusion, if you're tired of battling clay soil with shovels and frustration, adopting this Amish-inspired method is a game-changer. By enriching the surface, mulching generously, using cover crops, and minimizing disturbance, you create a thriving, self-improving ecosystem beneath your feet. This isn't a shortcut, but it's the most effective and sustainable solution for clay soil, rooted in historical practices and proven by generations of careful observation. If you found this guide valuable and want more practical, historically grounded strategies for improving soil naturally, make sure to subscribe to Hydrohaven and share this video with fellow gardeners who want to transform their clay soil without the backbreaking labour.